And yes, the studio is relatively unknown, but I got loads and loads of comments when I did a video on this game last week, I think it was, and so many people were saying it's fake, it's another day before, it's not a real game. Whereas I think it is a real game. I don't see any reason as to be why it might not be. I've seen a lot of people slating it originally, but now they've had PAX East at the start of this month, just a few weeks ago, and they had a booth there where they showcased some more gameplay. Now, as far as I remember, the devs of the day before were relatively distant and didn't really speak to anyone or do anything. These guys don't have a development or a scammy history. They developed by Ocean Drive Studio. They do have a whole bunch of games out there, such as Section 13, Evil of the Witch. So they've got a decent development history, and then obviously God Save Birmingham is coming soon. Now, these games are all relatively decently written, with Section 13 being released in 2023 and a mostly positive review score out of 563 reviews. So 2 years old, decent amount of reviews on there for what it is. And then their most recent game, Lost Eidolons, I think that is, Veil of the Witch, with 450 mostly positive reviews. Now, the game that they are trying to make isn't exactly the most technologically advanced game ever done, and was going to be the answer to all zombie survival games, as the day before were claiming. Now, that team claimed it was going to be the game of all games that everybody would love, and the trailer was blatantly ripped off from a lot of other things. There's no evidence so far of this trailer being ripped off from anything else. It all looks very original, and one of the other comments was about the slow style of gameplay, and I do think that's just something different. I think they're trying a different take with it. Rather than being sort of run and gun when you can get to that level, you will always be the medieval peasant, and it is just about making your last few weeks alive as good as it can be. I don't think there's going to be some vast sort of end game where you survive and like you're aiming for in other zombie survival games. You're trying to build a community and get things back to what they once were. Whereas the overall premise of this seems to be more along the lines of, this is it. End of days, everybody's dead, you're next, good luck, have fun for what few weeks you've got left. So it is a doable game, it's not impossible. The physics and all that kind of use that they've got in some of the trailers, where you're moving things around, such as stools, you're moving chairs around to block doorways or climb up into sort of loft spaces, all of that kind of stuff is doable. It's been done in games before, I'm sure. There's rudimentary versions of a lot of it, and it could just be very blocky anyway. It might not count properly, so you wouldn't be able to like climb on stairs. You could see that a lot in the videos, but they could be very scripted.